When you have an organization that only rushes to cover up an accident whenever it happens in their organization without carrying out a robust investigation to know what actually caused the accident and how it can be prevented, know that that kind of organization does not value their workers and they don't value human in general, and that kind of organization lack good safety culture. You're welcome to another episode of Safety with Walieyullah, where we discuss a lot of safety related issues. We discuss a lot of safety topics. Now, last episode we started by discussing 8 reasons why we carry out accident investigation, and we discussed 5 of it, and today we'll complete it by mentioning the remaining 3. We have a lot of reasons, numerous reasons, but we decided to have only 8 reasons. On our last episode we mentioned 5, which include to prevent reoccurrence and also for future documentation use. Another reason why we carry out accident investigation is for legal reasons, to identify root causes and to update our risk assessment, which we explain in details. So today we'll complete it by telling us the remaining 3 reasons why we carry out accident investigation. Another reason why we carry out accident investigation is to discover trend and pattern. When we're talking about trends and pattern, it means that for an accident to have happened, some things might have caused it to have led to the accident. What are those things that have been happening? Maybe through near misses, through unsafe acts, unsafe conditions, and we'll be able to understand that okay, this kind of accident has happened. We have record of near miss that is related to this accident. These near misses, how were they addressed and how were they closed out? Okay, we have report of unsafe act. For example, maybe there's an accident where an IAB was trying to a crane was trying to lift an equipment. Then the crane fell due to some reasons. Now, it might have been that during time of some operations, there was a near miss that an equipment nearly fell due to a lifting operation, but their near miss was not attended to and was not closed out. Now, these trends and patterns will make us to understand that this has led to the accident, so that for future reasons we'll be able to actually analyze every unsafe act, unsafe condition, near misses, dangerous occurrences that might have accumulated together, and we're able to dictate what might happen in the future, and then we'll be able to prevent it. So part of the reasons why we carry out accident investigation is to discover what trends and pattern. Another reason why we carry out accident investigation is to show commitment to improve, and this is what most workers really like. It makes the workers to be more confident when an accident happens and the company goes extra mile to actually find out why did this thing happen. They call workers who were there, the eyewitnesses who were workers who were present when the accident happened, to question them, to know what went wrong and ask them how they can improve. This builds confidence in workers and makes them to work with their whole heart, and it even increases, it goes a long way to increase productivity, because when workers are not rest assured of their safety at work, there is this kind of fear that makes them to work with reduced productivity. So when we carry out accident investigation, it goes a long way to show commitment to workers and even to government organizations. Maybe during audit, maybe they came to audit and you give them reports of your accident investigation. It goes a long way to tell us that yes, you are actually working for the safety of your workers, and it will improve the overall productivity at large. Another reason why we carry out accident investigation is that there are some situations where we need to carry out disciplinary actions, and for us to know who is to be disciplined based on his own violation. Discipline does not necessarily mean you have to send the worker away. It might be some form of discipline that I had learned from one of my senior professionals, Mr. Goki. There was this day that this worker violated, and what he did was that, okay, what I will do to you, I won't send you away, but for 3 days you wear a reflective jacket with the name "I'm a violator." Then what you do is that for that 3 days you won't do any work. What you just do is that you'll be correcting your fellow workers to work safely, and you carry out housekeeping. So you'll be there where your workers are working, your colleagues are working, you'll be correcting them, wear nose masks, wear hard hat, then you have it at the back of your reflective "I'm a violator." So it's a good disciplinary measure. It doesn't mean that you have to send somebody away, someone has to pay fine, or someone has to do so, depending on the intensity of the accident. But what we are saying here is that part of the reason why we carry out accident investigation is to know who should be disciplined. We are not looking for a scapegoat. We are not looking for who to blame. But sometimes Some violations might be based on the deliberate negligence of some workers or deliberate negligence of the organization. An organization too can be disciplined by the government. They can pay fine, like a lot of accidents that we've learned that happened in the past based on the failure of the management. The government, the company has to pay millions and billions of naira and dollars as fines for them to maybe compensate those that were victims or just to pay as fine. So if we carry out a good investigation, we will be able to know what caused the accident, who are those that should be responsible, and how do we discipline them so that such things will be like a gap analysis or like a reason or a benchmark or a reason for other companies or other individuals to take safety more seriously. So let us recap quickly the 8 reasons why we carry out accident investigation like we've mentioned. Number 1 reason is to identify the root causes, which we explained. Number 2 reason is to prevent reoccurrence. Number 3 is to update our risk assessment. Another reason is for future documentation use. Another reason is to for legal requirement. It meets up legal requirement. We explained this in our last episode. Another good reason that I mentioned today is to discover trends and pattern. Another reason how we carry out accident investigation is to improve, to show that yes, we are improving, and it shows a sign of commitment to improve in health and safety. And finally is to determine the disciplinary action that is needed to be carried out in case of serious accidents. Thank you for listening and taking your time to watch this video. Kindly share so that every other person can learn. Remember, safety does not stop in the workplace. It starts from your home and it stops in your home. It doesn't stop anyway. Thank you for listening. Do have a lovely week ahead. I remain Walieyullah. Bye.